Good afternoon. Roxy Creations has started doing her weekly challenges again, and I didn't clock it at all, so I have just seen them. So she's made some of these wonderful big pockets. Let me hold it there for you. So it's a big pocket, obviously, and the new bit is that you have a big image stuck on there basically, but it means that you can still get behind to put cards and ephemera in. So love that. I've made quite a few of those. I'm doing some sunflower journals, so mine are heavily sunflowers, but I'll show you quickly what I've done. That wasn't, I didn't want to cover those, so I just did the very simple fold up pocket, and they're out of plant books basically. That one and that one, again not stuck down, so you can get down behind them, although having said that okay, we'll have to look at that one. Oh, typical me. Yeah, but you can get down behind these images basically. So that's those. That's another one that I just adapted it. I didn't put the bigger image, and then I've just made a couple of, I don't know if Rachel did those, I can't remember. Anyway, I've done a couple of those. And then the other thing she's done is these wraparound bits, which are really cool. So if you say that's your book page or your journal page, that sticks in both sides. You can obviously just glue it here and here and have another pocket at the back there, and the same on that side, but it sort of wraps around the page edge. I like that. So I've done quite a few of those. I'll just quickly show you. So we've got that one, that one. Obviously they're double-sided. And these are sort of the papers of the kit that I bought, which is linked in my first video when I started filming making the journals. And that's just a simple pocket. This is one that I'm going to be showing you, which is there. So yeah, let me just, what the heck's happened here? Probably a tiny bit of glue, it always is. These I will be sticking flat to the page, so because it's not the thickest book paper in the world, but it's not mega old either, so I didn't need to reinforce it. Rachel had to reinforce some of hers. That's better. Right, got it sorted. Yeah, so I'm just going to make one of each with you, because as you can see I've done quite a few, and then yeah, we can take it from there and I'll be caught up. So won't be able to start. Let's start. Okay, so this pocket here, dead easy. As I say, you just have a book page. You can leave the tatty edge if you want to. You just fold up your pocket. If you've got weak paper, fold over the top and then fold it up again. I'll say this is not, it's not new, but it's not old, you know, like crinkly. All right, so that will go on there. Didn't get any card paper ready, did you, Susan? No. Why would you be that efficient? Again, mine's going to be sunflowery, because that's a word. Yeah, I was really excited. I'll say I did it, was it last year she did it or the year before? I can't remember, but I remember doing it and thinking, wow, this really is a really good way of building a big stash for your journal making. Just going to stick that over there slightly, just want a little bit of that on there. I don't want to go too mad with the sunflowers. I've been leaving a little bit extra and tucking that round the back, because I think that kind of reinforces the join. Couldn't think what I was going to say then. Glue stick, right. So yeah, good fun. I'll just quickly make some stuff as I've been making all morning, because I've got 3 little ones and one big journal that I'm kind of currently constructing. So it's all good fun. Let's try that again and see if we can stick it properly. Sorry, I don't know if I'm staying in screen, that's what I'm worried about. Right, do that. Do your pocket. Ooh, that was a bit wonky. So I've been tucking these round just to give it a nice finish on the pocket front. Ink if you're an inker. I usually do, but I'm kind of, I don't know, changing my mind. Sometimes I feel it needs it and sometimes I don't think it does. So right, let's get that blessed thing in there. Oh, I need to stick this first. Right, right, so do that and then put your image on where you want it. I'm going to go there. I don't mind them coming off the page because my pages are wider than that, and I can stick this down to the page as well. So that's fine. So I need to glue from there downwards basically. If I just cover that picture there. Alright, so like that. Just get this thing in. And then I have this corner rounder, which takes a bit more of a fancier edge than just a rounder like that. And that's it. Put a divot in there if you want to. Which of course won't work because it's still wet. Like I say, you can if you want to just get in there and just do a little bit of inking if you want. If you're an inker, if you're not, don't do it. So that's that. Okay, so there's your pocket. Right, another one. Happy days. Right, the round the corner thingy. Yep. Again, she recommends that you fold it just to give yourself a nice strong pocket edge, if you like. I've not been putting the divots in mine. Rachel did, you know, for putting your fingers inside to get the things out. So I don't know, I always think it weakens it somehow. I don't know, could be wrong. And again at the top, because that's your next pocket. Well, that's the top edge of your next pocket, I should say. And then you fold this one up. Straight would be good. Don't think I folded it straight, to be fair. Glue that down. Sorry, I hope I'm in shot. I think I am. Alright, fold it in half. Now you can change the size. If you only want to pocket that size one side and then bigger one the other side, do so. Let's do an uneven pocket, shall we? Because that, you know, that's interesting. And if they don't marry up here, you can see I'm slightly out here. Do not worry. One goes one side, one goes the other. You're not going to see it. So, right, so you end up with a slightly bigger pocket one side and then a smaller one the other. It's fine. This one I do like to ink because of all the multiple. Let me just put that thing in. As I say, multiple edges basically. So as I say, I'm not putting in the thumb notch. You can if you want to. I personally don't think this needs one, but each to their own. here, quite like that. You can just cover the whole thing if you want to. I'm not going to, because as I say, it is 2 separate pages. Just grab my little ruler. Do that. A bit of glue. Make sure you get it out the right way. Oh, and that. Oh, come on, fiddle. I'm trying to rush. Gonna slow down. Chill out. Again, you can get your punch in there and do the, if you want to. I'm not going to add anything else on there. That's quite decorative as it is. With the other ones, I have been adding sort of, when it's plainer paper, sort of tickets and butterflies and that sort of thing, okay? You do you. Let's get you out of the way. I'm just looking in my scrap pile over here. Yeah, that'll do. Sticky already. Marvellous. Right, I want a label. Where's my label thing? There it is. Ooh. Reach. Okay, I like it. And then, sorry, I've tied it up, you see. It's lethal, isn't it? Right, let's stick that on. Now I'll find something else. You can decorate up there if you want to. I'm not going to do it. It doesn't need it as far as I think anyway. I'm just looking in my little tickets here. What do I fancy? Let's do that one. Just knock the white edge off and the slightly dodgy cutting. And it can be as simple as that. I think that's fine. You're going to have stuff in the pockets anyway, so yeah. So that's that one. As I say, Rachel does them all nice and slowly and steadily for you, so do go and watch her. Right, next. Oh, this was I think this was this week's. She made these, I don't know what you call them. What do you call them? Money wallet type things? Anyway, I'm just going to peg mine in. These, by the way, are, I searched on Pinterest for Florentine paper, and then I printed them. So, because we can't get Florentine paper over here. It just doesn't exist. Well, it probably does, but I just don't know. I don't know whether to swap that out, actually. I think I might make that one out of that and that one out of that, because that's another one of that. Yeah, I will. Decision made. Right. Okay, so again, just fold it, and it's quite thick, this one, so I don't want to fold it like so, and then fold up your bottom. You know what I mean. Okay, open it out, because you need to remove this. This is quite a thick paper, actually. just come in at the sides. Some of these I might decorate. I really haven't decided yet, I'll be honest with you. I'm just making the bones, if you like, and then I can decorate as I want. Or I can leave them plain. Because you might have a really decorative page and you don't really want anything else decorative on it. So it's best to leave it until you've made that decision. Again, I've made a couple of these now. And then put in your thumb notch in whichever size you fancy. I might do a big one actually. Let's do a big one for a change. Should punch alright because it's quite thick. Where'd my dauber go? And again, ink if you're an inker. Come white on this one. So those can clip in, or you know, obviously you can stick them on. So that's that one. Okay, and then the last one, to catch me up, is it's very similar to that one, but you have a flap so that when it goes in your journal, you can make this bigger so that it becomes a tuck the other side. Okay, and obviously you can do it all in plain paper if you like, but anyway, we're going to do it with this one. Just do this. Just trying to think, do I want to, that would make quite an interesting tuck, wouldn't it, the other side. So if I do the tuck first, it needs to be about that big. It's going to be very tall, skinny. I might chop it down a bit. It's going to be super skinny. So when you fold it, don't go right up to the edge, or you will have trouble getting it on your page. But what I'll do is chop that across there, so it can be a partial. So yeah, so the idea is you'll put it on so that you just glue it here and here. That'll be your tuck, that side, and then this side I'm going to put a thumb notch in there, and that'll be a little pocket. Hoping this all makes sense. It probably doesn't, but you know, what's new. So you just glue down here. It's quite actually, this is be quite a nice size to put like a bookmark in width-wise. You know, it's not massive, but it doesn't need to be. You put it in a bookmark. I'll try and remember that when I do this one. Looking there, I don't know whether. So if you do put your thumb notch in, I might give that a second to dry. I'm going to use a bit of paper because this is a bit thin. Sorry, dragging it into me again. Apologies. Definitely needs a bit of inking. Doing it again, Susan. Stop dragging it into you. It's not all about you. Right, you're not going to see that side because that'll be stuck there and there on the other page. So don't worry about it. What I'm going to do is put myself, because you know I will forget. So I turn that into a bookmark. Bookmark holder. Again, don't worry about that white. You're not going to see it once it's in you're going to have a book page in between. So I could put that down the bottom or at the top, whichever. My journal's starting to get a bit bulky down the bottom. I could put that at the top, and you could have a pull-out bookmark there. And then you can have the fibres or whatever sticking out the top, and then you've got a tuck here. So, yeah. I'm going to write that one as well, because that's a good idea. To top of page. It's how bad my brain is at the moment. Fibres out. Okay. So, yeah. I'm really pleased when I saw she was doing that again. So that's what I've been doing. So it's all coming together. Getting quite a nice stack going on here. And then I've got from the kit, I've got the ready-made stuff anyway. So yeah, I shall be well and truly ephemera'd, hopefully. That's a word. So yeah, again, these you can decorate them further if you want to, you know, collage on it, whatever. But I might just leave that as is. It might be really nice on a, as I say, on a crazy page sort of thing. So there we are. I'll put the hashtag in because I know Rachel watches them sometimes. So yeah, I'm really excited about sort of getting some really good ephemera together for these journals that I'm making. They're really cool. Love that one. That's my fave. But then I also like the ones that I've done on the book pages out of my plant book. So that's another one that I like. Yeah, so the journals, they're not just going to be all sunflowers. They'll be floral as well as fauna and what have you. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Right, a slight addendum to that video. Right, the one that Rachel actually did was seed packet. I remembered it after I turned the thing off, and they got the flap, not that. It just needs the flap on the top. We'll do another one rather quickly, and yeah. Now, typically I've chosen lined paper, so I just need to concentrate on getting those lined up ish. So yeah, exactly as I've just done on the other one. Glue. Just notice it's got a white edge. Let me just get rid of that. Yeah, I'm really glad she's doing this series again. I think I've said it before. It's such a quick way of making a load of ephemera. Now you do get the seam up the front. If that bothers you, there probably is a way of rejigging it that you can get the flap to the front, but your flap will have a seal in the middle where you do this bit. I'll see if I can show you what I mean. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I should have done the folds first. Okay, right. If you've done that, don't panic. Just grab. I've got a wet wipe here somewhere. There it is. Right, take the glue off. Do your folds first. Sorry. Oh, Susan. But you know, see the mistakes, and you know how to fix them. Because Lord only knows there's enough mistakes done by this girl. Right, so fold up your bottom. And then decide how long you want your flap. I'll probably just go to about there, something like that. It's probably about 1.5 inches. Doesn't really matter, you do you. Now you've got a nice soggy wet paper. So what you need to do is remove those 2 squares at the top and these 2 at the bottom with angled edges. So just quickly do that. Just go slightly above the fold line and cut in, and again slightly above the fold line. With this one you can cut it square, again just inside those fold lines. this isn't going to glue now because it's slightly damp. We'll see. Okay, try again. Get your glue on. Do both sides, because if you put a tag inside this and you haven't stuck both edges, it could be that the tag gets snarled up inside. Alright, so do both, and that way you shouldn't, in theory, have any problem getting it down. So to do the top, the easiest way is to fold it. Don't crease it, just fold it together so you can marry up the edges, and then just cut yourself a slanty top. There you go, that's today's technical word. All right, now you do end up with a seam here. Now, like I said, you could do it the other way, but your flap would have this seam in the middle. So it's kind of like, you know, personal choice, I think, basically. I was thinking about putting these birds on there, but they don't quite fit, do they? I guess if I make the decision to stick that down onto a page, that could work. I think I might do that actually, and stick this on, and then I'm not worried about this flapping over the top. So everywhere but there. So yeah, give it a go if you're making stuff. It's just fun just to make it, even if you're not making a journal, really. It's you know, I like the challenge, hence, you know, Roxy's weekly challenge. Does what it says on the tin. So just stick that down there. That will hide most of that seam. Not that it bothers me anyway. So okay, and then again, if you're an inker, ink it. If you're not, don't. This is slightly soggy, so I'll just go gently. So yeah. Oh, I need to put a thumb notch in. There's my thumb notcher. There it is. I'm going to end up bending my petal. We'll sort that out in a minute. Oh, butterfingers. Right, I'm just gonna risk it. We'll just kind of hope we've gone down far enough. It's middle-ish, that'll do. So yeah, just because this is plain paper on the inside, it's a print off. You get the what's she called, Graphics Fairy. She does a load of free printables for people, or you can join her graphics club if you want. I haven't. I'm just going to slant those those sides very slightly. It does make life a little bit easier getting stuff in and out. It means that your flap folds nicely as well. I believe, if I remember right, Rachel tells you to do exactly that. I've lost my pin. There it is. So there we are. Slight addendum, but nonetheless, you end up with a really pretty pocket. All right. I'm going now. I'm going to leave you in peace. See you on the next one. Bye.